for this gender sensitization. That is, counseling is very important. Nowadays, we are all concentrating more on our physical health, but we are not concentrating on our mental health, which is very need of an hour for everybody. So for this gender sensitization, we need to understand how counseling is very important. And as you all know, in brief, I can tell that gender is a common term. You can see the slide, no?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Gender is a common term, whereas you all know that gender is nothing compared to sex, like male, female, or anything. It is like being male, female, or non-binary. Then gender is deeply a personal feeling or internal sense. You can tell that it is a constructed identities that are associated with being male, female, or non-binary. So based on this, we are having so many gender discrimination. Especially, it is meant only for women because females are the only victims of gender discrimination. So, gender is not biologically determined, but it is determined by socially, and the discrimination can be changed by the proper and perpetuate efforts, like continuous efforts. We can change these things. So, what is this? This is nothing but denial of equality, rights, opportunities, and supplement in any form or the basis of gender is gender discrimination. So I have some discriminations which are being taking place. That is, when you see from womb to death, females are facing lots of discrimination against them. Some of them are like, abortion of female gravida, feticide by giving a liquid extract from various methods which is being there, or not giving enough and nutritious food, not allowing to go to school, that is denial of education, not giving needy health care while in ill health, early marriage, eve teasing, rape, sexual harassment, dowry, divorce, destitution, even for silly or without any reasons, which has been taking place, the discriminations. So when we see so many work have been going on for gender, for sensitizing discrimination, like stop child marriage, stop violence, don't tell your daughter not to go out, tell your son to behave properly. So like there's so many things are happening about gender equality and all that. Lot of slogans all over India, all over the world, it has been happening. So the main thing when we see, when we talk about women, especially the gender sensitization, should happen to both the gender, even to the transgenders also. But women are the more victims. So like when a girl is born, we make them as a household servant. When a boy is born, most developing countries, friends and relatives exclaim, congratulations, a son means insurance. He will get inherent from his father's property and get a job to help and support the family. So when a girl is born, the reaction is very different, which you may not agree, but in most of the places, that is a situation which is going on. And some women weep when they find out their baby is a girl. Because of them, a daughter is just another expense, like thing. So a lot of things are being there to balance for this. Everywhere the girl is being used there. So men only, or the son means insurance, and the girl means we have to spend a lot on her and all that. So in some parts of India, it's a traditional to greet a family with a newborn girl by saying that the servant of your household has been born. So this is what they talk about that. And the greatest obstacles affecting this is dowry, neglecting the girl child, discrimination, exploitation, infanticide, sex selective abortion, end their baby girl's life. Women in every society are vulnerable to abuse. So different kinds of abuses are going on. Maybe it is a physical, psychological, social, cultural, tradition, or the trauma of rape, or servant in hostels, hotels, bars, clubs, wherever you see. Then when you see the dowry hierarchy, like this had come in one of the clippings saying that rupees 1 crore to 5 crores for central civil servants. Like if you are getting married to a civil
PPT move
servant,
ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್.
yeah. Huh?
PPT move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್
Move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಇವಾಗ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Can you see now?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Now?
No, okay, ma'am.
ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Okay. Next slide. Go back. So like this, they tell that dowry hierarchy when we see, they say if you're getting a daughter getting married to a civil servant, their rates are like 1 crore to 5 crores. Then a doctor, 50 lakhs to 1 crore, and rupees 5 lakhs to 50 lakhs for others coveted thing. So no dowry for the meltdown hit taking. Figures based on trends these are happening in Andhra Pradesh, these are the things what they have given. So for this is a dowry. And neglecting a girl child, young girls receive less food, health care, fewer vaccination overall than boys. Tradition calls for women to eat last leftover from men and boys, because normally we also are one of the part of it. We also tell let them eat, let boys eat, let my husband eat, then we will eat. So this is what is been happening all over the world. Then exploitation, burdening on the girl child. Like if a first girl child is born, second child is a son, she has to take care of that boy or a thing, even for school or any other thing. So a lot of burden is there on the girl child. And then infanticide and sex selective abortions, you all know it is an extreme cases. Parents make horrific choices to end their baby girl's life. So a lot of news have been going on. Bangalore, Mysore, Hassan, everywhere in Karnataka, North Karnataka, like how they are determining the sex of the baby and killing the baby. So one woman named Lakshmi from Tamil Nadu had improvised region of India, fed her baby for an oleander bush mixed with castor oil until the girl bleed from the nose and died. So this is the situation. And the daughter is always, they think it is a liability. And how can I bring up a second? Said Lakshmi to explain why she chose to end her baby's life. So instead of suffering the way I do, I thought it was better to get rid of it. So these are the stories, the case studies where we can see a lot of women are becoming a victim of these things. So, and a lot of violence are also going against women. That is, violence against women is higher in societies with high gender inequality. It is not only in India, it is everywhere. So we always talk that the abuse has to be stopped, stop abuse. We need to care about every child's pain. Child abuse is all of our problems. So a lot of problems are taking place about these abuse thing. And the physical and psychological trauma of rape also, in some culture, the physical and psychological trauma of rape is compounded to an additional stigma. So a lot of stigmas are happening with women based on this. In culture that maintains strict sexual codes for women, if a woman steps out of bonds by choosing her own husband or flirting in public or seeking a divorce from an abusive partner, she has brought dishonor to the family. So always they think that she has brought dishonor. She doesn't have a right to say no for anything. So this is what often discipline means execution. So women doesn't have this kind of an rights to take place. So they always think that thing. And recent things in movies and all, you have been seeing a lot of honor killing is going on. That is, families commit honor killing to salvage their reputation tinted by disobedient women, which has been there, or harassing, or quietly she is suffering in her own ways. So here, young girls are thing for labor. Lot of research have been taking up. Young girls who escape their pitfall and grow up for relatively safe daily life. So 9 to 10 age, they are useful to work all day at home. So they are not sent to school. So 9 million more girls and boys miss out on every year for going to school according to UNICEF. So while their brothers continue to go to classes and pursue their hobbies, play and join the women to do the bulk of housework. This is how the women also is thing. Though there are specific laws related to women, but less number of women use these laws because we are not aware of these things. So this is what we have to sensitize each and every individual, both men, women, transgenders, everybody has to be sensitized that there are so many laws which we have to come up and speak to ourselves. That is, there is law, specific legislations like Immoral Traffic Act, Prevention Act, Dowry Prohibition Act, Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986, the Commission of Sati Prevention Act, the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act. There are so many acts. Immediately at your local step, your doorstep, you can go and complain that your mother-in-law or husband or sister-in-law or anybody who is suffering to your Women and Child Office or your nearby Women Police Station for Protection of Domestic Violence Act. Then you have at workplace, you have POSH Act, that is Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. In workplace also, you can take provision. Then criminal laws are there, Amendment Act 2013, Protection of Children from Sexual Offence Act, that is POCSO Act is there. Then we have Sati Hindu Widow Remarriage Act. Then Indian Penal Code Act, which define every kind of offences against property or anything committed against women, are also described punishment for that. Punishment for rape, kidnapping, abduction, Section 663B, importation of girl from foreign country, means you are sending a girl here and bringing a girl from there. Section 370, bullying or disposing of any person as slaves. Section 30B4, dowry death. So all these acts are there. Then further we have Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act 1952, law relating to marriages, law relating to successions as per personal religion. Even the Hindu Act, Muslim Act, Christian law, everybody talks about these equal rights for women, which has been there. Then we have Maternity Benefit Acts. Baba Saheb Ambedkar has already given us the Maternity Benefit Act, which Hindu Code Bill talks about this Maternity Benefit Act. Medical termination of pregnancy for women. So when so many things are there, and Equal Remuneration Act, equal remuneration for women, the Constitution has given equal wage for each and everyone. These are there. So then we have, as I told you, POSH Act 2000.
अहो तिकडे गेलेत लोक कॅन्टीन पण बंद झाले त्यासाठी.
Somebody is talking, I think. Please unmute yourself.
अहो हे तर होते हो, कप होते कुठं तरी, आठवले का तुम्ही?
Dr. Drakshayani.
असं असं हे करावं लागते थोडा आणि एका बाजूला
Drakshayani. I think the host can unmute them, please. Okay. So we have Sexual POSH Act, Physical Contact and Advances or Demand on Request of Sexual Favor. You all know. I don't have to tell you about the POSH Act, which is there at workplace. So now what is gender sensitization? So gender sensitization, you all know, is the process of making people aware of gender equality or the lack of it and the need to eliminate gender discrimination. This is nothing but to get equality And to avoid gender discrimination, sensitization is very important for each and everyone. So what is this gender sensitization? Is a process of creating awareness and understanding about gender equality, fairness, and mutual respect. It helps individuals recognize and challenge stereotype biases and discriminatory practices that opportunity based on gender. By promoting positive attitude and equal treatment, gender sensitization fosters an inclusive environment in workplace, home, in schools, society at large. So it plays a vital role in preventing gender-based violence and encouraging equal participation and building a culture of dignity and respect for all. So here what we are talking is, we all know we are educated people and all that. What I personally feel is we have to balance for the better. So when there is a balance in the society that both are equal, both are have a respect and all that, then only we can have an equity society that is both men and women and all genders can stay in a balanced manner. So for all this, when we have to sensitize, you all have heard now legislations are there, laws are there, and so many activities are there. But still, we are forgetting, as I told you in the beginning, that we are talking only about our physical pain. Nobody is talking about a mental agony what women are going through. Maybe it is not only a women, even men also are going through this agony what they are having. So we want this equity. So counseling is one of the best method, what we say from a social work perspective, that if anything happens, to sensitize, there are laws are there, stigma is there. Why we have to go to police station, why we have to go to hospital, why we have to take these registrations. So we always fear with that stigma, what the family will think, what four people will think about us and all that. But counseling is one of a very confidential method. What you all can go and take counseling for this gender related issues. Maybe it is a man, women, or transgender, anybody. So it is what it is. Counseling is nothing but a process of supporting a person or an individual to learn how to solve certain emotional, interpersonal, and decision-making problems. Because each and every individual, whether it's a man, women, or any other non-binary people, everybody has emotions, everybody has their interpersonal problems, and sometimes we are blocked with certain decision-making problems, issues. So we are not able to take proper decisions. So in such a situation, counseling, that is, we are helping the client, means we are helping that individual to help themselves. So this can be done with individuals, this can be done with couples, this can be done with families also. So counseling is one of the best method. So counseling supports individuals to take charge of their own life. What we can do is we can provide information to that individual, whoever has come with that trauma, whatever issues they are having, maybe, and facilitating them the emotional adjustment. See, we are born, we have to live. It is not that we have to commit suicide or run away from the thing. So we also have to face certain problems and issues. So we have to give them provide proper information. Like you have problem with dowry, means where you can go and how you can take up this charge, how you can take the issues like that. You can provide proper information to them, and facilitating emotional adjustment. So emotionally you are torn apart. All women or men or whoever it is, they are torn apart emotionally. Emotion is one of the thing which makes you create suicide or kill somebody or kill hang yourself, or so many methods are there because emotionally you are not stable. So in this pit of anger or emotional way, so in counseling, we are facilitating them to adjust emotionally and enhancing mental health by enabling them to understand and accept the problem. develop resource to take adaptable, realistic decisions, not take any hasty decisions and all that, and alter their own behavior. See, all behaviors are learned behavior. Nothing is born. We learn certain kind of behavior seeing something, and these behaviors have to be changed. Until and unless we don't change this behavior or we don't change this attitude, like men's attitude towards women has to change, their behavior has to change. Or women themselves have to think that we are not weak, we are strong, we are equal, we think. So this behavior, this attitude, unless and until we don't bring that changes, so we help in the counseling to alter these behaviors to produce relatively enduring the desirable consequences for everybody. So counseling is, we are providing specific to the needs in counseling. We are not covering the entire aspect. Like you have some problem with dowry, you have some problem with a sexual thing, or you have some problem with divorce, or you have some problem with reproductive system or health or your emotions or social or cultural or tradition or how to build the relationship. So to that specific needs, we do the counseling and issues and circumstances of each individuals and client. So it is more of interactive sessions which we do in counseling, collaborative and with mutual respectful process. Because each individual is different, each individual is unique, each individual has got his own capacity, has got his own strength, and sometimes the weaknesses are there. That weaknesses we have to overcome by uplifting the strength what each individual is having. So we have in counseling, we always help the individual through goal-directed issues and orient towards developing autonomy, self-responsibility, and build confidence in the client, whoever is there. That is the individual, whoever is there. So counseling is very sensitive to socio-cultural context. Means what? We cannot just tell in which social context you are. Be seeing those social contexts and that cultural abilities, we do counseling because it is very sensitive. We cannot tell you to implement foreign culture or some other culture. What North Indians are having, the South Indians will not be having. So within your culture or your social cultural context, how we help you to develop this gender sensitization. So we elicit information, enable the client review options. Like we give them 1, 2, 3, 4 options. In that, which is suitable to you. Understood? So you want to go somewhere. So if you want to go somewhere, what capacity you have? You want to go by flight, you want to go by car, you want to go by walk. Based on your socio-cultural contacts, economical contact, we give you the options and develop action plan accordingly. So we also inculcate coping skills. So we help you to have the coping skills. Maybe somebody is good in singing, so they can go for singing. Somebody can go for a long drive. Somebody can do a hobby. Somebody can dance. Somebody can be an entrepreneur. So you have to help the individuals to inculcate these kind of coping skills and facilitate interpersonal interactions. Means you have to talk. Unless and until you don't speak up, the problems will never get solved. So we have to bring the attitudinal change. Attitudinal change is very, very important in bringing this gender sensitization. Until and unless our attitude to looking at a women or women's attitude looking at a men or any other non-binary community people is not a thing. So in this counseling, what we do is we will not tell you stories or will not tell you the thing or will not direct you that you have to do like this only. No, we will give you the option, make a tailor-made kind of an help for you and try to find a solution both together. That is one-to-one thing. And here we don't give you advice, and it is not a casual conversation, and it is not like a police interrogation, like where you were, what you did, and all that. because all human beings make mistake. Nobody is perfect in life, and it is not a confession box where you go in front of a God and confess, today I've done like this, I will break 100 coconuts, I'll do this, I will do that. It is not a confession. It is, we have to understand our own problems. It is not praying. Like you cannot say that I pray for you, you will be okay. Not like that. And we are not judging anybody because everybody make mistakes, and we are not evaluating anybody or moralizing or preaching anybody, or we should not labelize anybody, because each individual has their own thing, or we are not here to give unwarranted assurance also. Like somebody might tell, you come, I will give you job, you do work in my house, I will give you this. No, this is not in the counseling aspects what we talk. So the aim of counseling to bring gender sensitization is we have to assist people to develop personal skills and bring necessary for behavioral changes. So we have to bring the change in the behavior. Until and unless our behaviors don't change, our attitudes don't change, the way we look at the things don't change, then we cannot bring things. So we have to adopt and negotiate these gender sensitivity practices. Like normally people will tell, if a husband is working in the house, no, please don't tell your husband to work and all. No, we have to adopt and negotiate these gender sensitivity practices. Like girls also can fix the bulbs. Boys can cut vegetables, do cooking. So these type of a thing. If anything, if one small bulb has to be fixed, they will tell, please come, we'll call some boys or somebody, and we will tell them, please come and fix the bulb. So that should not happen. So women also should learn to be safer. Like normally what happens when we are going out, our parents, what they do, maybe I'm some 10 years old or 15 years old girl, but what they will tell you, take your brother and go along with you to the market or somewhere. That brother will be some 5 or 6 years old boy. They feel that if a boy is there, we are safe. But what will the 10 years old boy will protect the 15-year-old girl, you know? So these are some of the adopting, negotiating gender sensitivity practices what we have to undertake. And we have to ensure effective use of counseling program by establishing goals and ensuring regular follow-up. So once you come and take, it is not, take counseling, it is not useful. We have to continuously keep a follow-up, and until and unless we take this decision-making process, we have to keep follow-up these issues. So we also extend psychosocial, psychological support, encourage clients to identify and express their feelings, empower client to explore options to develop action plan, encourage supporting behavior to change as appropriate, and we also helping client to draw support from their situations. So we are assisting people to develop personal skills necessary for thing, and assisting client to adjust to their grief or loss. Maybe somebody will, husband will die or wife will die. So we have to help them. They think that this is the end of the life. So they can go for remarriage. They can go for so many other aspects which has been there. So whatever grief or loss they have, we have to assist in this. Taking on an advocacy role, example, helping to fight the gender discrimination, acquainting individuals with their legal rights. So many rights, regulations and laws and all are there. These are, you can take help of that, helping clients maintain control over their lives, helping client rediscover meaning in their life, which is very important. So we also provide in counseling up-to-date information and care, informing clients about available resources in the agency. Like I gave you example, if somebody is having domestic violence, according to Domestic Violence Act, where you can go. You can take free legal aid. You can go to a family counseling center. There are NGOs, government officials, legal advisors free of cost there. So you can go there and take this help. So like this, we give information to the client and assist them with their socio-economic and cultural concern, and helping clients to contact suitable agencies also, which has been there. Then methods of support, we give individual education, welfare assessment and referral. So like a women comes that we have so many self-help groups, women groups, so they can empower themselves. So we suggest them to go to these kind of welfare centers and take help there. And client advocacy is there, assisting. We also assist through government geo. So many schemes are there by government, which has been given now. So guarantee schemes are there. NGOs are there. Voluntary organizations are there. Community-based organizations are there where we can take up these issues. That is psychosocial support for their family, friend, and society at large. So there are some micro skills when we are doing counseling. What we have to do is very effective communication is very important. When somebody is telling you something, active listening is very important. ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಲಿಸುವಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಲಿಸುವಿಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಥರೋಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆರ್ ಹರ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. Then only you can give them the right directions, in what way they have to go, what exactly they want, and how they are feeling towards that kind of situations. Then we also have to question them why they are doing like this, why they are not doing this way. So there are different types of questioning. We call them closed question, open-ended questioning, leading questions, like that. Like when we talk about closed question, the answer from them should be only yes or no, because it will hurt their emotions. Such type of a question. Or open-ended question is like you just open up. Why you are thinking like that? Why you are not doing like this? So like that. Or sometimes they will become stuck in somewhere, and we have to lead them with those kind of questions, like gender sensitive, like say, why you don't want a girl child? So when they tell no, it is a liability. So like that, we have to lead. Why do you think it is a liability? Why you want child marriage? So we do so many FGDs and all that. One very important aspect came nearby our district. Lot of child marriages were taking place. So we asked them the question, why you are doing child marriage? Then they were telling, no, nowadays girls are eloping with so many people. It's better to get them married early and let them have. Then we asked them, after getting married, also they can elope. They can run away with somebody. Then they said, no, that is it is not our headache. That is the boy's family or the boy's headache. So like that, when they were asking this kind of a question, the gender sensitization is very important. So what I'm trying to tell you is these are some of the things. And using silence. Silence means when they are telling something, they are crying something, they are expressing something, we have to be silent and listen to them carefully. That is what we are telling. And there are so many non-verbal behavior also we have to understand. So verbal behavior, like with their open mouth, they will be telling you, I have this problem, that problem, and all that. Sometimes their eyes will tell you something different. Or sometimes they will make some kind of a noise, grunting noise or something thing that which express them. So we should ask them, are you comfortable? Are you telling lies, or what exactly you want? So there are so many non-verbal behaviors, which thing, maybe tapping fingers, or they're making some actions, they are showing something in their face, or without any verbal thing, they're expressing their feelings. So we have to be very careful in understanding these non-verbal behavior also. And we have to be not sympathy with them. for gender sensitization, we should not show sympathy. We should have empathy. Empathy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹಾನುಭೂತಿ. ಅನುಭೂತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಸಹಾನುಭೂತಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಟು ದೇರ್ ಶೂಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. So even a man has to understand how the boy or a man, women is feeling, and a women also have to understand what a man is feeling. That is an accurate empathy we have to understand in gender sensitizing the issues. And there are many centers for gender sensitizing or helping women for these things. Recently, we have a Saki one-stop center. If anybody is raped or thrown out of the house, domestic violence, POSH Act, anything, the scheme to support women affected by violence. So the range of services are provided. Medical aid is provided, free medical aid is provided. Police assistance are given. In every place, there is a women police station, which has been there. Free legal aid is being given. Free counseling, as I told you, family counseling centers are there. And temporary shelters are being given until and unless you don't get a proper relief. You can go and stay in that place where they give you free food, shelter, everything. So there is Saki one-stop centers everywhere. So it is not only for you, even you can tell your neighbors or friends or your children in the classrooms, maybe family members also, that these are the things what we can undertake these issues. Then we have, as you all know, we have 100 for emergency. You can dial 100 for any emergency. Then we have 112. This number, if you dial, this is multiple thing, 100 is only for police in case of emergency. This 112, when we call 112 number, they will connect to KEB. They will ask you, what is your problem? They will connect for women helpline, family counseling centers. They will connect you to KEB. They will connect you to corporation. They'll connect you to so many things. Whatever problems you have, 112 number, emergency system. So if you call 112, you can make a trial. Like you can call 112 and understand. Then you have a specific women helpline number, which gives you advice, rescue, and counseling also. That is 181. You can call 181. That is women helpline, which will give you advice also, which will give you rescue also, which will do counseling also. Then we have 1098 child helpline. Like if a child, a girl child, or anybody is having problem, or if you see any neighbor is abusing the child or anything, you can call this number. That is 1098 child helpline 24/7. All these numbers are 24/7. Then now very important thing is your cyber crime. A lot of cyber crimes are happening, that women are being shown pronos, men are also think your money is being abducted, so many videos, social media, so many transactions are happening through cyber. That is through your computerized social media, your Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever thing is happening, then you can call 1930. So if you are a victim of cyber crime, it is for both men and women. For everybody it is not exclusively for women. So you can dial 1930. So these are some of the helplines, legal free aid, whatever it is being there. So gender equity you can have through individuals positive prevention. You can refer, like as I told you, if somebody is suffering from legal aid, you refer to legal, give medical assistance, refer them to police stations. So all these numbers you should have where you can help. Then you can give counseling. You can help them give psychosocial support. Educational institutions, each and every institutions are there now. You should form all acts, ragging act, POSH act, all acts. You should know about that. Then there are various organizations like your NGOs, GOs are working for this gender sensitization program. Even government also are taking up so many programs, so you can there. And first important thing is each community also should be aware of these programs, and in your local areas you will have your own meeting, residential meeting. So there you can discuss about these issues. And main important is your home-based care. Home-based care means first the home people, the house people should know what are these issues, whether it is a girl or your boy or anybody in your family, your domestic worker, you're a wife or a husband. So everybody should know about all these things. So first, the safety measures should start from the family. That is a home-based care is very important. Then only you can bring gender equality, because in each and every house you should teach the girl also the same thing, the boy also, that equal treatment has to be given. You cannot say, then only that gender equity will come. And this is how you can sensitize right from your family to the society or school education or your neighbors or community or at the large. So this is how you can bring the thing. And first main important tool what I want to give, because maybe I am little possessive because we are from an educational institutions. So education is a tool that can help to bring the pattern of gender sensitization. So education is the tool that can help break the pattern of gender discrimination and bring lasting change for women in the developing countries. So education is the only way. What I feel that you have to educate each and every one. I'm not talking about formal education, even informal education also. Informal education ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. It is not that your mother should be literate or anything. So the education is a very important tool that can break the pattern of gender discrimination which is being there. So I have seeing all these things to bring the gender sensitization. I have covered 4 E's. One SDC factor would be very useful for us to bring. One is 4E means first E is education. Second is employment. Employment in any way, let it be. Like from home also you can work. So many women are taking up their work from house, which is being there. So that is a kind of employment. Education, employment, economic independence, and empowerment. These are the 4 factors where you can bring gender equality, avoid gender discrimination, and give the gender sensitization. Then what is S? S is self-confidence. Each and every individual, as I told you, has their own capacity. Each and every individual is very important. So you have to help them to build their self-confidence. Until and unless we don't have that self-confidence, we cannot move ahead in this direction. So self-confidence is very important. D is decision-making. Everybody should be given the decision making, right from a small child in your house, maybe a father, mother, wife, a child, 5 years old child also should be given some kind of an authority for decision making. Until and unless they don't take their decision making thing, then you cannot move ahead. Somebody should not take decisions on behalf of you. So this is there. And another C important aspect is counseling. So anything, we know that the earlier days, what we used to do, our grandmothers used to tell us a story. Like they were like the counselor, apta samalachakara ತರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಸ್ಟ್ರು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಇವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ದ್ಯಾಮ್ and we used to take a sort of a counseling. Now you have a well professionalized counselors. So if you think that you are having some problem, so please go to the counselors and discuss about your mental issues, emotional issues, and other issues. So another thing. So this is what I feel in a nutshell, that 4 E's and SDC factor would be very useful to bring a gender sensitization program in your schools, or we can start with the small these kind of an activities to help the individual. So main important is let anybody it is. Maybe it is your class 4 employee or domestic employee, a beggar, or anybody, let it be. First, we should learn to give them a respect. Understood? Right from your down thing to the upper level. Respect is what? R is respond. When they're telling you something, and I'm having this problem, this person is doing like this, or that woman is doing like this to me, you should respond. And until you don't respond, then you cannot sensitize the thing. And E is you should encourage them. No, you can do it. You can go alone. You go and you take up the work. So you encourage them. And S is support. Until and unless you don't give support. So you have support in the family, support by government, support by NGOs. Like as I told you, somebody don't have money, they want free legal aid. Support them. You send them that there is a free legal aid here. And P, protect. Protect each and everyone, because we are at the end, we are all human beings. At the end, we are all human beings. Only we are being bifurcated biologically, that we are male or female or transgender or whatever it is. But at the end, everybody's feelings are the same. Whether it is a woman or a man or anybody, everybody's feelings are the same. So we have to protect. E is educate. Educate them that what are the situation, what is happening, and think. And C is communicate. Communicate means you have to talk. You have to see, as I told you, verbal, non-verbal communications. You should understand. If somebody is coming in the house and sitting quietly, you should ask them why you're sitting quietly. Communicate with them. So that. And T, take, means take care of each and everybody. Take care of each and every human being which is there around your society. Then only we can make a proper thing. So respect is very important. So gender equality shall become a lived reality. It will come from heart, willpower, and guts. It will come from the women and men who understand and believe that they can create a difference. So we must close the gender gap through this sensitivity. So here are some of the clippings, images that gender equality, how we can do gender equality is balance for better. So both are working balance, then only we can bring changes in this society, what is being there. So this is what I wanted to give a message in a small nutshell. So thank you all for listening.